So, hi, this is the Eclectic Mind of an Earthman, and I'm here with my good friend and very gifted artist, Dina Capitani. And today we're talking about dogs and images of dogs. Dina is a gifted uh, dog portrait painter, as you can see in the background. She's got wonderful animals here. And so tell us about doggy doodles first, and then we'll get into talking about your philosophy of dogs and living life in the joy of like a dog does. So go ahead.
Well, thank you, Lanny, for having me. My dogs are outside enjoying the beautiful weather out here, but I was gonna go outside, but it was too busy, too loud. So I came inside, and yes, I love to draw the essence. I love to capture the joy, the love, and the essence of people's pets. I call them more personality portraits than they are fine art or exact replicas of your photo. I like to take a few photos, descriptions, and create my what I see, and I look in their eyes and I try to capture that twinkle.
Oh, that's great. And you've been doing this for how long?
I've been doing that professionally for about 20 years, on and off. The past couple of years has been full time, so I'm really grateful to have. This is my way that I pay my bills and also get to see people smile every day when I give them a portrait of their pet.
I know you did one for me of my dog that passed away. He was alive at the time, but he passed away, and I so enjoy the sweetness of that character in that you captured.
I'm so glad you liked it. I remember Tag. He was sweet. He was a cute little pup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so sweet. So if I wanted to get in touch with you, first of all, let's go from the top. How would one do that?
Oh, if you wanted to find me in my art, you can go to doggydoodlesbydina.com, or you can see my recent work on my Instagram at doggydoodlesbydina, Doggie doodles by Dina. Yes.
Okay. Now you capture the essence of the animal and the owner in a way. And I was wondering whether you saw the dogs actually look like grow to look like their owners, which is a funny thing because sometimes they do.
Well, I think the owners grow to look like their dogs, actually. It's the other way around. And people tend to pick the dogs that seem to represent their own personalities. So I think it's kind of fun to see the different people with the different dogs. But you would be surprised at some of these big what do you call these big men have these little chihuahuas. That's kind of funny when you see that. Sometimes that's interesting when that happens. It's rare, but it's funny when it does. It just doesn't seem to fit.
Is that a psychological thing you figure?
Well, everything that we choose in life is sort of representative of our self-image and our personality and our likes and dislikes. So yeah, I would imagine there's some psychology about that, the psychology of choosing your pet. I choose mutts because I'm a mutt. I'm half Italian and half Polish, and one of my nicknames my dad called me was Mutt, and I had a mutt growing up named Sugar. She was the sweetest dog, and I think that mutts are. I love mutts because they're just unique. They're all unique, and they usually have a very good disposition. And I like painting the personality. I'm not a breedist. There are people that love certain breeds. That's probably because they had a certain breed and they fell in love with that dog, and then they think that if they get another breed the same, it's going to be exactly the same dog, which it never is. Of course,
No.
there are some definite consistencies among the breeds and tendencies, but every dog has their own personality, just like every human.
Now, when you paint, are you painting watercolors, oils, or what format are you painting in?
Well, I start off with sketches, black and white sketches I do. I can do those in a few minutes when I'm painting at the farmer's market. And I also do watercolors and mixed media. I used to do painting on canvas with acrylics, and I have switched now to mostly watercolors. And I do blow up my watercolors, and if people want them bigger, I put them on a big canvas and then I touch them up with paints. So you can get sketches, watercolors, and canvases if you like a portrait.
Wow, that's really incredible. Now, the dogs have to be there, or you can work from a picture.
I work always from photos. Photos, usually 1 to 3 photos, front facing, and then their personality descriptions. And for instance, this painting behind me is a canvas, but it used to be a watercolor, and it's blown up and touched up, so you can see it's fairly big. Um, yeah, I do a can't grab it. Um, but these you can see were originally a watercolor. And, I like to capture the different things. This one has a princess hat. She was a princess. This one was a little sports guy. And this one, I think this one passed on, so I put angel wings on her.
Hmm. Now I notice they all have hearts.
Yes, every single one of my doggy kitty doodles as well has a signature heart which represents unconditional love. Not only that they give us, but that we give them. They invoke in us this feeling of unconditional love. And I think that's the magic of our beloved fur babies.
Now, when we talk about the philosophy of the dog, you created a book of well, tell us about the book you created with the
Actually, it's
dog.
not a book, it's a deck of cards
Deck
called
of
the
cards.
Temple of Dog Oracle Deck. And it's spiritual lessons for humans from the heart of dog with a little catitude. And it's 17 years of pet portraits put down into 78 cards with captions, and different breeds and mutts and kitties are in the deck, and they have captions with double entendres, and on the back it has an affirmation, kind of a lesson that dog or cat teaches us about love, life, and happiness.
Hmm. Can you read us one? Dina, you're going to read a note from one of the doggy doodle books or the deck of
It's
cards,
the Temple of Dog
the
Oracle Deck.
Temple of Dog Oracle deck.
Yes, and um, this says I'm bigger than I look. Of course, I was looking for bigger on my phone. This is a Chihuahua, which says I'm bigger than I look, and I've always said that because I'm only 5 feet, and uh, people always say you're so little, and I say no, I'm bigger than I look. So it's kind of my fun thing. So here's what it says on the back.
Okay.
When life brings you the biggest of obstacles, take heart. It's an opportunity to grow. Just like the littlest of pooches commands respect from the largest of breeds, it all comes down to trusting the big dog within. This card reminds you that even if the path seems steep, have no fear. The big dog within you is greater than any challenge you may face.
Oh, that's great.
And I have to say that those readings were channeled by my friend and business partner, Reverend Deborah Bishop, and she and I got together during lockdown, and we compiled a lot of my portraits, and then I put the captions on them, and then we put together this deck together, and she channeled the meanings on the back of the cards.
Wow, that's great. So, speaking of the philosophy of dog, or you may call it something else, what exactly do you mean by that?
Well, I call it dog. I think dog is a doorway to the divine. I think dog is God spelled backward, as we know, and I think
Mhm.
there's no coincidence with that. I think there's something very divine about dogs, particularly dogs, cats as well, and all animals. I believe have the spirit of the Creator within them, but there's something special about dogs, the love the love and affection that you feel with them, that they give back to you. And I feel like they know how to be happy. They know how to play and have fun. They're forgiving. They're in the moment. They're affectionate, and I think we have a lot to learn from dogs. So the philosophy of dog would be to see what we can learn from them and how are they enjoying their lives. And I think they have a lot to teach us.
Hmm. Now, I know you have two incredibly wonderful dogs.
Yes, I do. Nola and Cleo, yeah, and I put them outside because it's a gorgeous day and they're super adorable and they're lovable mutts. One's a pit bull chow, it's Nola. She's the sweetest thing. She also goes by Wigglebutt because every time I come to the door, she gets so happy. Or anytime she sees a human for the first time, she just wiggles and wags, and she's just super happy. And you make you feel like you're just the most important thing in the world when she comes to you and just showers you with excitement and enthusiasm. And then there's Cleo, my sassy lassie, who, as you know, her former human, Sizway, who has crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, and he had a bit of a sassy personality, and he was also a very big lover of the earth. Remember that? So
Yeah,
I was able to inherit his pup, and she and Nola are two peas in a pod. They love each other, completely different personalities, but they're my babes.
well, that's great. That's terrific. We're talking with Dina Capitani, creator of Doggy Doodles by Dina, and the Oracle of the
The Temple
Oracle,
of Dog
the Temple of Dog. Now,
Oracle deck. Mhm.
now, now you go to farmers markets, and where do you go to paint?
Exactly. I go to the Nashville Farmers Market in downtown Nashville, right next to the Bicentennial Mall. They have
Mhm.
a wonderful farmers market that's open year round, and they have amazing artisans and farmers there. And I set up a booth every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and people come by and email me pictures of their pets, and I do quick sketches on the spot in like 5 to 10 minutes, watercolors in about 35, 40 minutes, and give them frames, and they're on their way. They get their portrait pretty quick, and it allows me to see their responses when they receive their portrait. And I love seeing the joy and the laughter because it's all about that for me. I'm really not about painting the pet, I'm about painting the joy and the love and the laughter that we experience together. So my portraits are interpretive. They're not exact replicas of a photo. They're all about the feeling and that I get when I look into their eyes. And that is usually what comes out in the portrait, and that's what people connect to.
And what's the response for your doggy doodles?
Yeah, people are loving it. People are absolutely loving it. If you go to my Instagram, you can see some of the videos I have of the people when they receive their portrait and the smiles. And that's why I do it. It's really all about that. It's all about the joy and the love.
That's beautiful. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with us here on the eclectic mind of an Earthman?
Well, I would like to say that although my doggy portraits, my kitty portraits as well. I've done bunnies, all kinds of animals that people love. Although they are cute and they are art, I think there's a power to them because when I see how people respond, how it connects them to their heart, how it makes them feel the love and joy that they feel for their beloved pets, that's powerful. And to my theory is it's not what you love or who you love, it's that you love that matters, and that feeling of love is like gold. That feeling of joy is like gold in this world. And so to me, even I am paying my bills with it, but every smile I get is like receiving receiving gold because I am making the world a better, brighter place through my art. And I think everybody has a gift of art or music or cooking or whatever they bring to the world can be used to create joy, love, and connection. And I believe that as long as we are following our hearts, which I'm doing, and everyone who follows their hearts will create more joy, love, and connection in the world, and that's what's going to save the world. Each person finding joy, love, and connection with themselves, their creator, their spirit, and one another. The earth, Mother Earth, of course. We are all one.
Wow, that's beautiful. I know you're a talented songwriter as well, and recently you sang a song called "It's Okay." Uh,
Yeah, that's funny. I on my Facebook, if anybody wants to see my music, sometimes I post a song on there. I try not to confuse people by putting it on my doggy doodle Instagram, but I do have that music side of me and the songwriter. And I just did that song as a way to comfort myself because I get freaked out sometimes, and I was trying to soothe myself with telling myself everything's going to be okay. So I just said, it's okay. Everything is okay. It's gonna be okay. Everything is wonderful. Okay. Everyone is okay. They're gonna be okay. Everyone is beautiful.
well, that's that. You sound like you're a beautiful spirit, and to come up with that sharing is wonderful because everything will be okay. You know,
Well,
everything.
we have to have that attitude anyways, an attitude of gratitude because there's nothing to gain from being in worry and fear. And as long as we can see through the lens of gratitude and love, we will find that everything is okay, even if we are suffering or going through grief or pain or confusion. If we can find something to be grateful for in this moment, then we will find a sense of peace within.
Yeah. That's great. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today. And we appreciate you so much. And this is Dina Capitani, and I am Lanny Smith. And this is the Eclectic Mind of an Earthman.